So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and block out a walk, or I'm sorry, run rather. If you haven't done the walk across the surface and walk in place, do those videos first. Your homework assignment after this is going to be to film yourself or find a video of an interesting run cycle and then animate that. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to set this up for blocking. So the first thing I want to do is hide my body shape attributes. So I'm going to select my master controller here. Let's make sure we're in object mode. And then I'm going to go to show, hide that. I'm really just going to capture the poses from this Richard Williams image, which you can find at demargin.weebly.com. So let's go ahead and start to block out this image here. I'm going to select the foot. And before I do that, sometimes this rig breaks. I want to make sure that the foot doesn't slide out of the mesh. And it looks okay. Let's go to our animation settings. And under the animation tab, let's make sure we're under clamped and stepped. Alright, and then let's hit save. And I'm just going to go frame by frame. So on frame 0 here, I'm just going to capture this pose. So I'm going to hit an S here to set this key for this foot. I'm going to select the other foot and set a key as well. And turn on auto key. So really I'm just going to block this out. So I'm going to put this way. I'm going to go ahead and select this foot, move it back and up, and again making sure that that's keyed. I want to make sure that my pull vector handle, which is this guy right here, is pulled way forward. That way it doesn't interfere. That's why that foot was like flipping or doppelganging. So let's go ahead and select this back foot here. And I'm going to select toe roll, and I'm just going to bring that toe up. Notice that I'm not rotating this guy right here. Alright, I'm going to move that a little bit further back. And I'm going to select the box here. Hit E to rotate. I'm going to rotate that forward. Okay, let's bring this arm down and back. I'm going to try to do this a little more systematically. So you can see here there's a rotate Y and an X and a Z. So we're going to bring this down on Z. And then selecting X, I'm going to rotate that so it's a little flatter, and then Y, I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to hit S to set a key on that to make sure it's locked in place. Do the same thing for the elbow. Straighten that out. Select Y. Hit S to set a key. Same thing this way. Hit S to set a key. Bring that down. As long as the auto key is on, it'll maintain all these components. Alright, set a key on the elbow. And again, I'm just looking for a very basic, I'm trying to find the most visually interesting pose that sort of matches this. So let's do the same thing. Foot roll here. Alright, now here's the power behind this. So here's 0. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and select all of these guys. Hold shift and drag out a little bit. And then, oops. Looks like we had some keys there from before. Hopefully that doesn't cause us any issues, but we'll see how that goes. So here's 0. I'm actually going to space this out a little bit, and instead of doing 1 and 25 here, I'm going to go 0 to 4, just to give myself a little bit more space between that position and this one to give him a little bit lengthier pull off from this pose. So again, I'm going to pull his hips forward on 4. Looks like we didn't set a key on 0. Let's go ahead and hit S on that. And then on 4, I'm going to bring his hips forward and down. And I'm taking care here to notice the placement of the hips. Really, it's a forward and it's a down motion. And then this foot flattens out. So notice that it becomes a flip book here because we did stepped and clamped. So it's a way for us to visually see this a little bit better. So let's see, we're at 1 and 4. To see our animation a little bit better. So let's bring this guy down. And I'm looking and I'm noticing that he's starting to straighten up at this point. So I'll rotate him a little bit going this way. Pull him forward a little bit more. Extend that elbow. Bring it down a little bit. This arm comes up a little bit more. So we get this pose. Because he's starting to settle into that passing position. On 7, he comes back up. At this point, his hips are over that leg. He's here. That foot comes forward. Oh, you know what? Let's make sure we're on 7. There we go. Hips come forward. Up. Seven. 1, 4, 7. He's about to reach that leaping point. Straighten out that arm a little bit more. Alright, let's bring this foot forward on 9. Let's do 10 on this one. I'm just trying to visualize the pose. So 1 and 3 is 4, 4 and 3 is 7, 7 and 3 is 10. Let's bring this forward. And let's bring that toe down. And again, I'm looking to bring that hip right in front of that foot. Notice how this foot doesn't do much movement here. It's just all based on this pose. This arm swings up. This one starts to hide back there. And what's nice about the blocking out is you can see all of these different poses. There's 10. He starts to lift off that back leg on 13. Let's go up on our foot roll here. And that completes its cycle. Let's really extend this hip forward. I'm checking that foot to remove that toe roll, but I might play with there we go, the ball roll to give him that same bend. And same thing here, I want to make sure on 13 that his leg's fully extended. The next pose, he's leaping off of the ground. So notice that his hips, they should be slightly higher. So I'm just going to, again, pull this foot up. At this point, I'm going to raise him off the ground a little bit and forward. And I'm going to really extend this foot. And again, you can check it. Oops, we want to make sure that we're on 16 on this pose. So let's make sure he's forward more here. Let's go over to 16. Pull him a little forward, a little higher. Because at this point, his foot has we flicked off the ground. So let's get rid of foot roll here. And let's do toe roll. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to give him a little ball roll so that it looks like his foot is flicked. And then I'm going to reach forward with this leg. Extend this arm way back. Same thing with this elbow. This is kind of our super jump pose. He's off the air at this point. Might extend this foot back just a little bit. And what's nice about this is you can actually look and see, well, do these two poses work together? Are his arms moving in sequence? Like, does this really look like he's really leaping off the ground here? You know, is that high enough of a jump? So maybe we'll pull him up just a little bit. Oops. You know, like he's really launching off the ground. And then we can just plant him down at this point. You can just select this foot. And we're just going to do this, let's see, on 19. We can zero out the Y there, bring him down, bring his foot forward some more. Play with that foot roll. So he was up here on 16 and he lands here. Is that far enough? Maybe not. Let's pull him forward a little bit more. Let's get this guy forward. See if we can get him to really cover some major ground. I'm going to go ahead and right click and delete this key and pull him forward. It looks like I did it again. Now let's delete this key, and then on 19, let's really pull him forward. Right, that way we can check it. That looks like a pretty good landing. Alright, the next thing we're going to do in the next video, because we've already hit 14 minutes, is we're going to look at how to adjust it from the front view. And then we'll look at splining out our animation.